Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another One Piece anime episode review, and we are here to talk about more One Piece as our heroes continue their assault on Onigashima. I thought today's episode was pretty good. We find out some pretty interesting details in this episode, so let's get into this week's episode of One Piece. So this is One Piece anime episode 987. So let's go on with it. So essentially, we all know from last week, Luffy and Zoro were having their troubles with Scratchman Apoo, and at the end of the episode, Eustace Kid, let's just say, did a Punk Gibson on Apoo. Now we get the continuation from that scene, and essentially, when Kid comes up on him, he just grabs him by the throat and he's like, I should have never ever trusted you from the start. Especially when it came to starting this whole pirate alliance and everything. He's like, I should have seen it coming, but that's my fault. But this time, I'm gonna get my revenge and I'm gonna kill you and everything. Because obviously we know Scratchman Apoo, he was an informant for Kaido and everything. And Kid's just like, I'm not going to let this happen. I'm not going to mess this chance up. Now, Apoo replies to that comment and said, Kid, you just don't get it, do you? Well, guess what? You're the one that are stupid to believe that a pirate alliance would ever be, a type of relationship that would work. And two, he's like, what's the point of even fighting against the four emperors and making an alliance when it's not going to probably last long? We go up against one of these damn emperors, we're probably going to come out dead anyways. So Apoo, he kind of saw it as kind of the strategic way of the fact, like, why fight the emperors when you might as well just join them, and then when they die out, and then I guess it'll be battle for supremacy then. I think Apoo's looking at this approach, the fact that, yes, the emperors have been in command for like the longest time, but eventually their time's gonna come when they're gonna eventually pass on and their era is gonna be done. So I'm gonna wait for my moment when they're done, and then who knows? Maybe I can try to become become an emperor in the future. And honestly, he kind of makes a good point. He kind of makes a good point. One, pirate alliances don't stick for long because we know pirates, they'll be quick to turn on each other whenever they get the chance to. And then two, yeah, when you're going against probably the four most dangerous pirates in the world, you probably wouldn't want to make sure the fact that, you would want to like literally like just try to go up against them, especially at this point. But again, we all know Luffy is the type of person that doesn't want to take orders from nobody. And if you're an emperor, well, damn, he's going to fight you. And if he dies, he dies. We've seen this whole thing about Luffy. The fact that if he knows that he's walking into a situation where he might die, he's okay with death because guess what? You're dying on the seas and you lived your journey and stuff like that. So pretty interesting statement by Scratchman Apoo. I think in terms of, being knowledgeable and doing the smart thing, yeah, in a real life sense, you probably would join the four emperors. If the four emperors were a thing in the real life, like it's like joining the four world's greatest powers. It's like if you're a little country, you wouldn't want to try to take on, say, a big country power like, say, the USA. You would probably want to just ally with them and just join up with them instead of trying to take out the entire country. So Apoo makes a pretty sensible statement from that standpoint. So yeah, I guess I don't blame him. But then we see Queen essentially saying, "Oh yeah, I want you to kill Luffy, Kid, Law, and his freaking subordinates and his freaking allies. So go ahead." Now all of a sudden we see this guy named Hotcha, and then he just starts up attacking everybody. It doesn't matter if he's a beast pirate. He's just like, Hotcha, Hotcha, Hotcha. We find out that that's actually what what the group called the Numbers look like. They're essentially, from what the description says, they're like bigger than giants or some sort of thing and stuff like that. But yeah, this guy was out for blood and he was killing anybody within his sight. and stuff like that. So yeah, now some of the Beast Pirates actually have to retreat because he's going crazy, and essentially also too they're like, the freaking other pirates can deal with this and stuff like that. Now some of Kid's crew's members come in and say, don't worry, we'll take this guy on. You guys go on and you guys go find freaking Kaido. In the meantime, Luffy catches up. He's like, see, Jackie, this is all your fault. If you never created a commotion, we would have never been in this situation. But Kid freaking is like, oh yeah, you're one to talk. You're the Yuri guy freaking punching walls into people and cutting people up and stuff like that. So yeah. But Kid, Luffy, and Zoro and even Killer, they're on their way to go find Kaido and stuff like that. But then they end up getting attacked by Apoo again. Now, when Apoo goes to attack them yet again, Killer tells them to cover up their ears. And when they do that, Apoo does his devil fruit attack, but it doesn't affect them when they cover their ears up. Now, Killer says that Apoo's attacks only work if you're within earshot of him. And if you don't have your ears covered, you can't dodge the attack. So I'm guessing that clearly Apoo's devil fruit isn't as OP as we all thought it was. It seems like you can just do this and then freaking, guess what? You can easily counter freaking Apoo. But I think the thing that makes it hard is, yes, you probably have to do that, but it's like you still have to fight him. So it's pretty hard to fight him. You can't use your hands. You'd probably have to be using your legs. So unless you're a skilled fighter with your legs, then hey, you can't really do much of anything. And mostly people that are really, the only people I know that are skilled in the R legs is freaking Sanji. So Sanji could probably take this guy. It'll just have to be interesting what happens there, and stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, we cut away from that group and we actually cut over to the Kinemon group with Chopper, Usopp, Nami, Carrot, and Sanji. And before we get to that group, we actually see Big Mom talking as she's getting ready for obviously the announcement and everything. She's saying that her children are on the way and stuff like that. But one of the little maid girls essentially said, but if they got to Mogura Port, what is it? We would have seen them by now. So yeah. And Big Mom's like, what the hell's a port? So clearly they don't know where to go to and they don't know about the secret entranceway into Wano and stuff like that. Now, like I said, going back to Kinemon's group, Chopper finally catches up and then Kinemon updates the plan. Now, his plan is that they're going to split into another two groups. One group is going to go through the side of the skull and kind of pretend to be a decoy/enemy type of, team, while the other group is still going to go around to the back so they can meet up with the others and then do the plan they're really going to do. Now everyone's essentially doing all their individual plans. We find out that Robin, Frankie, Jinbei, and Brooke are blending into obviously the hall with the remaining Beast Pirates and stuff like that, and have really brought any attention to them. Now we see Kinemon's group come across like this bridge-like area, and Sanji goes crazy because he sees a pleasure hall. Now he's thinking a pleasure hall has like all these women, and that's what it is. It's like essentially like a strip club, to be honest, if by my recollection or something. Now, the one interesting factoid, we find out that this one particular pleasure hall on Onigashima is owned by Black Maria. So I wonder if that means Black Maria lives on Onigashima. I'm guessing she does. We're not like told where the freaking Toby Roppo live. We don't know if they live actually on Wano and like, I guess somewhere, or they just live on Onigashima, just only to come out like when they need to come out and stuff like that. So yeah, or we don't even know if they're sailing the seas and doing Kaido's work over across the sea. So we don't know. Now, freaking Sanji is like, I need to go over there. I need to see the women and everything. Now freaking Kinemon's like, Sanji-san, what are you doing? And Nami's like, don't worry about him. Let him be stupid. Let him go after girls and stuff like that. But that's when we see Nami, Carrot, and Shinobu. They essentially say that they're going to focus on saving Momonosuke and stuff like that. So obviously Kinemon's like, okay, thank you for that and everything. Funny thing is, before they get to this part, Carrot and freaking Nami have to kind of seduce these guards, these Beast Pirates in a way. And then when frickin' Shinobu's like, so after I see Kaido, would you want to have some of me? And obviously the other dudes are like, no, God, no. She does her ball crusher attack, and then you just have Sanji coming. Sanji's like, I don't want to know what that's like, but at the same time, I kind of do want to know what it's like. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not ready for that. And I'm like, Sanji, just shut up. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Now we see after Sanji going to the pleasure hall, we see Sanji's like, there's no women in there. Obviously because the reason why there's nobody in there is because Luffy, Kid, and Zoro's antics are essentially, I guess you can say, saving them in a way. So Kinemon's like, well, that means, well, we can go through there too. So, or we can pass by, essentially. Now, essentially, we see Apoo near the tail end of the episode speak on about pleasures and stuff like that. That makes Killer reminisce about the time when he took the Smile Devil Fruit. And we kind of see it where Orochi comes up on him and he's like, and he's got a Smile Devil Fruit in his hand. He's like, hey, Killer, if you eat this, you'll save your captain. And obviously, Killer, because that's his friend, he does it not knowing what the hell is wrong with the obviously Smile Fruits, and that's how we know how he became who he was today in terms of how he looks like now. Now, obviously other Beast Pirates are laughing about that and stuff like that, but Kid is beating them for saying, don't laugh at my friend like that. Now, we actually cut over to one of the Toby Roppo, who's who. He's actually seeing all this. And one of, I guess he has his own little ninja guard. And they're like, hey, did you want us to take care of that or something like that? And Hutu's like, don't worry about them. They're just freaking ants and flies to me. So, listen, I don't care about what Kid, Luffy, and Zoro are doing. My main thing is to find Yamato. So, find Yamato, especially before Sasaki, because I want to take out one of the Toby Roppo and be one of the freaking headliners now. So, yeah. Now, also, he wonders who king or queen would get rid of on the Toby Roppo, because we remember that obviously Queen said, if you catch one of Luffy, Zoro, or Kid, you'll be a part of the Toby Roppo or something like that. And he's wondering like which one of the Toby Roppo would he take out? And then that's when he brings up the question. He's like, actually, there is somebody I want to kill myself. That's where the episode ends. So next week, it seems like we're going to get a character we haven't seen for quite a while. In the next episode preview, from what I saw, I'm going to keep it spoiler free from that. But it's going to be very interesting to see this character again, because when I mean we haven't seen this character in action, we haven't seen this character in action since pre-time skip days. But other than that, that's kind of it. So yeah, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of One Piece, as well as hit that subscribe button to get more One Piece content, as well as when you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell icon to get whatever update you have to the channel. But yeah, I thought this One Piece episode was pretty damn good. Finding out how to counteract Apoo's Devil Fruit powers and stuff like that was pretty interesting. And then the fact of the question of who he wants to, I guess, supposedly kill. I think he specified he wants to kill somebody on the Toby Roppo. I don't know, or if it's one of the headliners. We'll just have to see. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see what's happening. But other than that, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night or checking out this video. Till then, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.